Lightyear, reporting for sector duty.
The toys are back in town for Toy Story 2. Now, I remember that I was born a few months when this one came out. And I was born in August 1999, 3 months before after I was born. And I remember that me and my mom, my dad, my sister, we would watch this movie every time in Spanish during the VHS. And months later, it just grew on to me. Now, there is a debate. People would say that which one of the Toy Story movies is even better. The second one, the third one, or the fourth one, or even the first one. But where would I put myself into? Would I put myself in Team Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, or even Toy Story 4? But let's talk about Toy Story 2, shall we? Now, let me give you a quick synopsis of the movie. So this movie takes place after the first movie ends, and they moved into a new house. Woody's about to go to cowboy camp, but then unfortunately, due to his hand is like all ripped, and he's nowhere replaceable right now since Andy is going to cowboy camp. But then Woody realizes that there is another toy that he can save, and it gets sent to a yard sale, and then due to the fact that he got accidentally sold to this greedy collector named Al. But even when he got sold, the toys are trying to figure out, how they're supposed to save their friend from either something bad's gonna. But Buzz, along with Mr. Potato Head, Rex, Ham, Slinky, are gonna try to figure out how to save Woody. But when Woody doesn't realize that he used to be a big icon back in the day, he used to have his own show called Woody's Roundup with Jesse, Bullseye, and Stinky Pete, and realizes that maybe he could be something even more than just a toy. I mean, sure, this story is basically your save your buddy type of story, but it really does go into deeper meaning of what the sequel can do. With Pixar, many people would say this would be the one movie that really did push them to become something even bigger. And I honestly would have to agree with what they have to do with this one. It goes to a newer meaning. It does the emotion really well, since there really is some great heartwarming and emotional moments, which really does make this movie even one of the best ones of the series. Or even debatable, even the best one of the Toy Story franchise. This one actually does hold a 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, it's quite impossible what a movie like this and Toy Story 1 can achieve to be a 100% movie on Rotten Tomatoes. And it really does deserve that title. And as for the animation, this is from a 1999 movie. It really did upgrade itself to a newer type of animation. I mean, it's a little bit more brighter. The design is even more better, and some of the new things are even more improved than what the first one did. And I really did enjoy about that. I mean, the toys, the line view, the human design, everything is really well made. And one thing I could say is that the characters are still the same thing as always. Woody is still my favorite thing about the movie. Buzz is still the thing he wants to save his friend and everything. And also I love it that they actually had to add another Buzz Lightyear to just to have a really good comedic part in the movie. It really was the best thing about the movie. And with the new characters, we have both Jesse, Bullseye, and Stinky Pete. Jesse is the one who actually really is the standout of the film, where we get to know what was her fear, and she got packed away because her old owner Emily didn't want her anymore, and she had to spend all her life in storage in a box. And then in the movie, there is this one heartwarming song, "When She Loved Me." It's like a little scene about how she spent life with her owner, and it really is a most emotional moment I've ever had in a Toy Story movie. And sad that the song did not win for Best Original Song, because I lost to Tarzan, "Will You Be in My Heart," which both of them are great songs in their own way, which I will get to Tarzan anytime soon. But overall, with that moment, it really was the most beautiful thing. I mean, you could see that she really went through a lot, and Woody's just there, just to understand her and talk to her. And also for the recurring characters, we got Potato Head, Slinky, Rex, and Ham are just there to join Buzz to save Woody, and all the rest, they do stand out. And as for the villain of the movie, since there's like two side villains, we have Al, who's the greedy collector who wants to make a fortune out of the Woody's Roundup thing. And we have Stinky Pete, who, if you have not seen the movie, then you probably know why he's the villain of the film. But overall, in the end of the day, Toy Story 2 is just another grand successor to Pixar. They know what they wanted to do. They did a good job. It made something even bigger for Pixar with a grand story, great animation, great characters, and even some of the best emotional moments I've ever seen in a Toy Story movie. I mean, sure, Toy Story 3 might have done that, but we'll get to that anytime soon. But Toy Story 2, in the end of the day, is still remains as one of my favorite Pixar movies, my favorite sequels for animated films, and definitely one of the best Toy Story films, in my personal opinion, of the old franchise. But yeah, what do you think of Toy Story 2? Is this where would you put it as the Toy Story ranking? Would you put it even higher, lower? Let me know. And as always, see you next time and have a great day.